Okay, we're going to have a look at simplifying surds. The main idea that you need to know in order to simplify a surd is you need to be comfortable with your square numbers. For example, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, etc. In order to simplify a surd, we essentially use this rule here, that if you have the square root of two numbers multiplying each other, we can split that square root up into two individual square roots. Okay, so we'll have a look at 3 examples. Simplify the following. Okay, let's do number 1. So we've got root 20. That's a dodgy looking square root sign. Root 20. Okay, so we want to rewrite 20 as something times something. Well, what options do we have? We could have 1 times 20, 2 times 10, or 4 times 5. We are going to choose the option that has a square number. 4 is a square number because it's 2 squared. So we're going to rewrite 20 as 4 times 5. We're now going to use this rule up here. We can split our surd up, and we'll split that into root 4 times root 5. We chose the 4 times 5 option because this is a square number, and also because we know what the square root of 4 is. The square root of 4 is 2, so this will become 2 times root 5, which is 2 root 5. Okay, for example, if you chose the option of root 2 times root 10, we don't know the square root of 2 and we don't know the square root of 10, so we can't simplify it any further. Okay, so that's why we chose the option that had a square number. Okay, number 2. Let's do the square root of 32. Okay, so we want to rewrite 32 as something times something. We've got 1 times 32, 2 times 16, 4 times 8. Those are our options. You'll notice here that in this list we've got 2 square numbers. This is 2 squared and this is 4 squared. We are always going to choose the option that has the biggest square number. So we're going to rewrite root 32 as 2 times 16. We can split up our surd into root 2 times root 16. We do that because we know what the square root of 16 is. The square root of 16 is 4. So that's going to become root 2 times 4. So that's 4 lots of root 2, which is 4 root 2. Okay, last example. Let's simplify root 12. Okay, so we want to rewrite 12 as something times something. So we've got 1 times 12, 2 times 6, or 3 times 4. We choose the option that has a square number. This is 2 squared. Okay, so we're going to rewrite root 12 as the square root of 3 times 4, which we can split up. We do so because we know what the square root of 4 is. We know the square root of 4 is 2. This is going to become root 3 times 2. So that's 2 lots of root 3.